Hello. I had myself on mute. I timed that really well when I loaded up the game. Right. Hey, Valhalla, how you doing? Thank you so much for the 29 months. Now chat must unite to fucking ruin this kingdom. You are not wrong. I can't imagine I will be alive for very long in this game. Hello again, Toasted Stars. Lovely to see you. Hey, Spookput. Nice to see you. Artemis and Dino. How's it going? So, we are going to be playing more of King of the Castle, and the cool thing is that there's been an update since we last played. So it was the kind of major, first kind of major post-launch update. There's different taxation features, there's like royal buffs, and there's all this kind of good stuff. So, we will be seeing how we go. We're going to be going with a new dynasty. I will move it to just chatting. My monarch name is I. Sure thing. Okay, that's cool. Right, dynasty name will be the Eye of the Scotland dynasty. We'll go with that. Cool. Oh, shit. As I knock things over on my desk. Right, so we'll begin and allow people to start to filter in. We will play on Twitch. Why is that? Why is that not selected? 1 second. Ah, hold up. For some reason it's not been authorized. It's fine. It is, Artemis. It is. So, we'll go there. Eye of the Scotland dynasty. And we will play on Twitch. Hooray. Right, so what regions are we going for today? Barons would be cool. Okay, so we've got Barons. I feel like everyone... You're feeling red. There's also Chiefs of the North, which is a standard, and people that quite like Counts of the East. I'll let you decide. But yeah, are we wanting red, blue, and yellow? So no Counts of the East this time. Oh, we're getting spicy. Normally everyone's like, oh, we need the vampires, so that's new. We'll give it a couple of minutes, because people did say they were going to be arriving a little bit late to this one, so we'll give you time. You like the vampires, but you want to mix things up. That's fair. I don't think I've ever actually played a game with the Barons, funnily enough. It's not the most common. No, like, previously we've always been going like Chiefs of the North, Counts of the East, and Patricians of the Coast. And then Barons and Grandees have kind of sat to the sides. We've sometimes swapped Grandees and Patricians, but Barons haven't, yeah. Did we? I'm trying to remember. True. Capitalist, exactly, Valhallan. Oh, so we need... Right, okay, so are we swapping out the Grandees for the Patricians? Is that what you're saying? So, I mean, we could, if we wanted, we could get the Patricians involved. The Church for money. So, yeah, do we want the merchants over the Grandees? The thing is that people now really like the Grandees of the South because they've got battle nuns. Like, their mercenary soldiers are called the battle nuns. So, I mean, I think Patricians of the Coast have mercenaries, which is quite boring, and they're kind of like gladiators, whereas Grandees of the South have battle nuns, which is why everyone always likes the battle nuns. Chiefs of the North have kind of like big Highland kind of vibes. Barons of the March are kind of like, I don't really know. I don't know what we like. What would we put them into? Patricians have gladiators, but the default looks one of your favourite with a mask. So let's do grand. Okay, so Barons of the March, Chiefs of the North, Counts and Grandees of the South. So we'll begin. Join with exclamation mark join followed by your pronouns. Hey, Tukas. No, we were just we've played this a couple of times before, so it was like asking people what they fancied. But yeah, we'll get folk involved. So Ali Brena and Dino Lil are the Barons of the March. We've then got Wafflefraud and Tukas and the Leviathan as Chiefs of the North. Toasted Stars, Jess Cargo, Valhallan Melta, Fu Finn. There are Grandees of the South. And Banner Kialach and Atrium 3. Snipe Okay, everyone's just joining now. You know what? I'll do a final run through when everyone's in. We'll give people the time. Proud people of the North, yeah. Normally I'm a Chief of the North. Most of the time, I'm a Chief of the North. I quite like it. I've kind of got to be, you know? So, yeah, we'll give it a wee bit of time, because I know that there's a couple of folk who are going to be joining. Happy gamers. Welcome, Lemon-scented Neurotoxin. Hope you're doing well. We'll be kicking off soon. We can expect a marriage from the Chiefs. Yeah, that tends to be the plan, but it depends how nice each of the regions are to me. That's the that's the key thing. No worries at all, Lemon Scented. Feel free to drop a lurk or leave, whatever you choose. Lurks are very much appreciated, but I know that you might be busy. We are gonna be having fun. So I've got 5 in each, which is solid. That's a strong start, and people can join at any time. So like if you're new to the stream and you've never seen King of the Castle before, you can join whenever you fancy. It's just exclamation mark join. You type it directly into chat. Welcome, Kiara. How you doing? Thank you for joining the game. So yeah, we'll give it till 1:15. So we've got a couple of minutes, and we'll see how many folk we get. We're seeing a couple new additions. We've got 6 barons, 5 chiefs, and 6 noble grandees. And I can guarantee I'm going to end up in the river, haven't I? I'll always end up in the river without fail. But the game's been updated since launch, and I know that it gives me some kind of funky moves. I think some moves that might hopefully help me a little bit more. Because the last time we played, like, just so everyone's aware, the last time that we've been playing, I won the first 3 games, and then everybody ganged up on me and just murdered me. Killed my family, killed me, rose up in rebellion, poisoned me, everything. It's been a gauntlet. It is in the yeah, that's true. Wise words, Tukas. So yeah, I'm excited because apparently they've also added some more branching kind of story paths. So it'll be cool to see what kind of nonsense that we get up to. Also, we've not seen the Barons of the March too much, so they'll have like unique things to them. So that'll be pretty cool. And we will see how we get on. But yeah, I think normally these games take, you know, an hour and a bit, so we'll get stuck right in. Yeah, normally people in the stream choose the chiefs, they choose the counts, and then they choose the patricians. So like basically the Scottish, the vampires, and the capitalists. And a lot of you get a lot of glee out of playing the capitalists. I've marked that down. Barons are the cool ones. They're okay. I like the chiefs. The grandees are like super religious because they've got the battle nuns, so that's pretty cool. The capitalists are the patricians. The grandees of the south are like the super religious. The chiefs of the north are the Scottish. And the barons of the march, I don't really know. What stereotype are they in? Are they like kind of... I don't know. They're like, they're the red ones. They're hunters, yeah. Hi folks, if you're just joining and you would like to join the game, you type !join into chat and you'll be sorted into one of these lists. You don't need to own the game if you want to participate. It's just, !join and you're good to go. But we'll be getting started in a minute or so. You can join at any time and just get stuck in. It's good fun. Yeah, a bit of Mongolian vibes. Barons, like, I don't see them as Roman, but maybe like it's weird. I realize it kind of occupies the kind of medieval Eastern Europe kind of area. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think they've got some quite Russian hats, don't they? Yeah, we'll see. Right. Let us... In fact, sorry, I did say 1:15. Okay, let's play. Right, let's go. So, beginning as normal, we have the introduction to the council. So let's see. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the scorching south, and of course the bleak march. Introduce yourselves to the chiefs of the north. Chief Tuka Tukas. There you go. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Introduce yourself to the grandees. Grandee Fufin. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you'll conduct yourself with honour and faith. And the barons of the march, Baroness Banrokialach, hail and well met, your majesty. Under your leadership, will whip this kingdom into shape. And with that, the introductions are done. Council Hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favour. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Coronation. Right, my coronation time. I'm King Charles. No, I'm not King Charles. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? So, what you will be doing is voting on each of these. So we'll start the vote. It's basically ! vote followed by your choice A, B, C or D. So ! vote A would have me host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Then there's the religious ceremony. There's throw the king into the river. And then there's outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all, which I would be firmly on the side of. Oh, that's cool. They now actually pop out. Oh, that's smart. I like that. That's really cool. It looks like pretty much everyone, the vast majority of you want to throw me in the river. So, into the river I go. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river. Stability is now civil. Authority is now dubious. What kind of coronation is that? A very traditional ceremony dating back to Queen Alma the Wise. It's meant to represent you being reborn as a true king. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water. When you climb up the bank soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Yes. And then we've got the path to victory as well. So, Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in place. Oh no! To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you're worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Let's go with as a peacekeeper. An admirable aim. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's stability as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alrighty. So, we will end the season. King Ai the Stable, exactly. Sybil of the Etrium 3 bloodline, sinister marcher hunter, stands before a blazing hearth shouting and swearing. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. So this is just the barons, so those of you who are in the barons, that's Dino, Lil, Ali Brianna, Atrium, Banrakiela, Hazel Gold, Artemis and Dragon's Child. You are now voting. What would you like to choose? Subterfuge, doppelganger, or modernization? So you guys are voting at the moment. So it's exclamation mark vote followed by the letter. And it looks like you've chosen a doppelganger. Great. Voting has now closed. Doppelganger, lowest defiance. The barons plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First they must gain the trust of the spy master. The barons must be the region with the lowest defiance in 2 seasons. Holy shit, look at that beard! That's amazing. Bjarn of the Snipe Martin clan, legendary northern prodigy, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Ai. How do we make that happen? Right, chiefs, if you would like to join and you're just joining the stream, it's just exclamation mark join in chat, and you'll be sorted into either the barons, the chiefs, or the grandees. Or, like, you basically play the game in Twitch chat, so you can do whatever you want. So, it's just the chiefs that are voting at the moment. They are Intimidation, Prophecy, and Hornblower. Make your choice. Looks like the goal is to raise authority. Interesting. So that's your goal, to raise authority. The chiefs plan to realise an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new king rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. And here we have the grandees. Zacintha of the Brody Bagels lineage, well-known southern prodigy, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the south, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. So now the grandees get to choose. Cerebulon, thanks very much for joining. So you can choose Witch Hunt, Fervour, or Excommunication. Which is not a bad list. Everyone likes the Witch Hunt. It's like, do you want to be religious zealots? And everyone goes, yes. So that's Valhallan, Jescargo, Toasted Stars, Fu Fin, Rainfall, Kiara, and Brody Bagels. You are all voting at the moment. I'll give it 10 more seconds. It looks like pretty much all of you have gone for the Witch Hunt, though, so we'll go with that. Cool. There's all sorts of heresy in the capital, and the grandees intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the south is beyond reproach. To advance their scheme, the grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. Fair enough. So there we go. We've got Doppelganger, Prophecy, and Witch Hunt. And Sybil is a false pretender. Bjarn is a bastard offshoot, and Zacintha is a treacherous half-sister. There we go. I can also add a... oh, that's interesting. I will go for a call for unity. Hey, Combo Lurker, thanks for joining. Welcome to the Grandees. Right, let's see. So first off, we've got the... Let's go for the Honor Guard, right? You need personal protection. Brody Bagels have not had a chance to buy the new ice cream flavour yet because it's sold in packs of 6. And I don't want to have 6 things that I might dislike. I'd like to see you try. Is it your imagination or does your marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an Honor Guard to keep you safe from such dangers. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chief with their most famous warrior heroes, the grandees with fierce battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and the region, of course. You could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honourable and in a fight, unbeatable. Tell me about the Southern Battle Nuns. Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. Tell me about the veterans of the march. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. I have made my decision. And strategically, for me, I'm going with the Northern Warriors, okay? So, March's Defiance is up, South's Defiance is up, North's Defiance is not. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavoury jokes. One of your courtiers faints. A need for horses. Oh, you shocked, are you? Okay. My liege, I've been thinking, marcher soldiers are without peer, but our armies could always be stronger. What we really need are better horses, but the best don't come cheap. The Ashmedians have a surplus of destriers at the moment, horses bred for war. Perhaps the crown could go halves with the barons to acquire some for the good of the kingdom, of course. And I am going to do this. So now all of you can vote. Every single person from every noble, you're voting on B or C. So you get, I mean, the barons are in with a good chance of breeding their own horses, but you can also discourage their reliance on war horses completely. So that's what you can do. It's interesting seeing the grandees vote split a bit. I'll give it a couple more seconds. Let's see. It's 11 for 10. It's 11-11. Oh, Judica comes in with a vote B, and we'll call it there. Voting is closed. 12 nobles voted for B. And the barons succeed. That's interesting. So that's actually helped them and also not cost me any money, which is excellent. Thank you, everyone. A hordeling attack. Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordelings have occupied my vineyard. Grandee Toasted Stars. What is a hordeling? Grubby little creatures like fat green babies with claws. Hard to kill. Fire's the only way to get rid of them permanently. Whatever you do, we should do it soon. They're eating all my grapes. Toasted Stars like, my grapes! Right, okay, so we've got options here. So we can burn the vineyard with the hordelings inside. We can hire an adventurer from the guild to investigate. Or we can strong-arm the other grandees into sending military help. I think it would be cool to see... I kind of want to see C. I want to send, like, Geralt of Rivia in to, like, to save the day. Or it looks like everyone wants to just burn the vineyard with the Hordlings inside. Oh, we're getting votes coming in from all sides here. This is murder. Whoa. There we go. 11 nobles voted to hire an adventurer from the guild. My treasury has decreased. Never fear, your majesty, I can drive them out without collateral damage. Hey, if anything, that's helping Toasted Stars, because Toasted Stars' crops won't get destroyed. Rather than burning the entire vineyard. Right, okay, the next stage of this is nobles will use their personal wealth to fund buildings. Okay? So you'd use exclamation mark fund, followed by what building? A, B, C, D, E, or F. And then Y is the amount you want to spend on it, okay? So if you wanted the Grand Bazaar, for example, it'd be exclamation mark fund A 500. And you don't just need to vote on your buildings, you can vote on any buildings. So starting the auction in 3, 2, 1, go! I know, you were ahead of the game there. Hey, Obsession Tail. Just remember, folks, if you're not in the game, it's exclamation mark join, and then you will be able to vote. So just as a kind of heads up. Chiefs are absolutely gunning it for that monument. The cathedral, people want the cathedral. If people want to get rid of the grandees, they could decrease the faith. They could fund the observatory. So yeah, there's lots of things you could do here. At the moment, it looks like the monument is getting built and the cathedral's getting built. Oh, E and F are now, so it's either the monument or the... Oh, this is tense! We've got 4 seconds! 3, 2, 1... The time is up. Hey, Lamadia. How you doing? Welcome, Raiders. We are very much in the depths of King of the Castle. We're not in the depths. This is like the second season. Got a raid and run, no worries. Nobles, you're more than welcome to join up. We've got the barons, the chiefs, and the grandees. I imagine the majority of you who've come from Lamadia's stream are well versed in King of the Castle, so you're of course more than welcome to get involved. The grandees have just been done. They managed to raise their faith, and the rest of the team decreased their faith, so the grandees remain pretty static at the moment. And we're now on to the next season, where we will be finding a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, and even the spy master, but there's one person you cannot avoid, your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find the time, don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I prefer women. Excellent, I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Yeah, I do like you've got the option for everything. It's like, just fucking don't want involved. Please leave me out of this. Right, comet sighting. Chief Okami Dragon. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the north, your greatness. The villagers are claiming it as a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything you can do? Okay, so the people are godless heathens, so there's 0% faith chance. I don't want to decrease my stability, so I'm going to go with I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. which of course failed and has now ruined everything. Wonderful. Stability is now stable and authority is now ineffective. Unfortunately, the peasants don't believe a word of me. Your reassurances only panic them further. For a few weeks, the north is gripped by panic, riots break out in the streets, soothsayers wander the land foretelling doom. Great. And there is also the crystal pox. Jesus. The north are having a bit of a time of it. Your Highness, I bring bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the north. Here are the faction stats. Sorry about that. Your Highness, I bring bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the north. What's crystal pox? A most terrible disease, Your Majesty. It begins with a rash of boils which slowly and painfully crystallise until the poor victim is sparkling like a diamond. They've got a disease that turns you into a vampire from Twilight. Great. Eventually, the sufferer becomes a crystalline statue, a painful but admittedly glamorous way to go. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, victims of crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they're fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewellery. If we allow the pox to spread, we can make money in the... What? By the old gods, woman, that's heartless even for you. What the fuck? The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want, for the north to lose money? None of this is good. Spread the crystal pox and harvest the gems. What the fuck? Yeah. I feel like morally and ethically I can't do that. Even if it would make me bank. On yous go. I know I would choose to like quarantine the north to prevent further spread, but... Oh, Banner Kialach, you want to harvest the gems. Boo. Everyone voting for A is going on a list. Oh man, that's insane. There we go. Voting is closed. Blockades are placed on the roads leading in and out the north. Nobody goes in or out. For a month, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow with no farmers left to tend them. Northern villages are dotted with the gleaming statues of the That would be the creepiest possible thing to encounter. That would be terrifying. Some chief's wealth is increased. There you go. It wasn't for nothing. Deep in the forests of the March, Baron Dino Lil has gone boar hunting with a few of their close friends. What an utter disaster of a year. Not only are we clashing with the king on a daily basis, our relationship is the worst in the entire kingdom. The spymaster will never trust us at this rate. Ugh, how goes the search for the lookalike? Not well. The best I found is a peasant with the wrong shaped nose, the wrong coloured eyes and a wooden leg. Don't let that discourage you. Keep searching. Our doppelganger is out there, I'm sure of it. The barons aim to be the region with the lowest defiance. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant king and the warrior who will overthrow him. This isn't what the prophecy said would happen. Right, weren't there supposed to be a tyrant king? Something about drowning the kingdom in blood? So we've got waffle fraud and random cat faunas. Aye, keep your hat on. We're not there yet. He just needs a bit of encouragement, that's all. A few more executions, unjust imprisonments, that sort of thing. Then the prophecy will be fulfilled, and Bjarn will rise. Need to raise authority to at least 5. And, oh, this is new. That's cool. So, I can have a cruel tax on the barons. A cruel tax. Oh, this is clever. I like that. So this is now my... I tax the nobles, basically. So I can choose the the nobles to tax. So I want to increase the defiance of the barons, so I'm going to do that. And then the chiefs and the grandees, you can just get a common tax. There we go. The March's defiance is now grumbling. Give us tax relief, you suffered a plague. Hey, I specifically said we weren't going to harvest the people. And then the chiefs of the north went and harvested their own people's gems. Right, eligible options. I get to look at my bachelorettes. Wait, I don't get to even meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need to match that befits your station. She whisks away the... So, this is Frida, firstborn daughter of the Northern the Leviathan Execute clan. She's been a melancholy sort ever since she was a child, but otherwise she's decent enough company. I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards or making wagers with friends on hangers-on. She was already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why. I can see the appeal. From the south, Bellona, the eldest daughter of the Obsession Tail lineage, famed for her wit, her style, and as you can see, her good looks. She dislikes city life and spends most of her time out hunting with no one but her horse for company. Unfortunately, she lacks the common touch. The peasants have some terrible nicknames for her. Not bad at all. And finally, we have the Marches offering Ulrika, scion of the prestigious Artemiscu bloodline. Hey, Catboy Pentheus, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. If anyone would like to join, by the way, you can do so by typing !join followed by your pronouns, and then you'll get sorted into one of the regions. A typical baroness, really loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. Also got into a fight with her local bishop a couple of years back and gave him a bloody nose. To be fair, that sounds pretty funny. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Ulrika just because she would probably kick my ass too. So, yeah, I'm going to go with her. I made my decision. Ulrika of the March. Shit, I've just lowered the March's defiance. No! No, you tricksters, the lot of you. Fuck. Okay. The Destitute Grandee. Oh no, the adventurer you sent to my vineyard has not returned. Oh, disaster for Scotland. I will offer you a loan, Toasted Stars. You promise to repay me within the year. Considering the state of the southern wine industry, you have high hopes you'll see a return on your investment. The trade succeeded, and you've got some money back, Toasted Stars. Remember, I helped you when you needed it most. I now have to deal with the famine in the north. Hello, Your Majesty. I've travelled all the way from the north to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of backbreaking work isn't enough to buy a day's worth of bread. She's right, the grain price in the north is beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in profit while the common folk starve. I will import grain from the south and distribute it for free because we want to look after people. Yeah, it depends. So, like, again, we'll see you as Tories if you vote anything other than C. Oh, Banner Kialak and Dino Lil are free marketeers. How could you? How could you? Right, we're importing grain. Huzzah! The north is in your debt, Your Majesty. The kingdom's coffers open and a tide of free grain floods from the south to the north, putting many northern merchants out of business, but giving some grandees a nice windfall. My treasury is now fucked, so I hope to get some stuff back. I now need money. I have bankrupted the kingdom already. That does not bode particularly well. You said you had a surprise for me. Indeed, and here it is. Behold. Your Highness, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I didn't... Oh, quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the king. It's a peasant who's the king's spitting image. Oh, dear. Great God, and just in time, the Spymaster trusts us. We can move to the next phase. No! Kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. The barons must lower stability to 4 or less. No! Oh, disaster. In a picturesque castle overlooking the southern city of Aranjar, 2 grandees lie back to enjoy the sun. Praise be! Whispers of our plan have reached the peasants and they are in uproar. They call for the sins of the king to be laid bare. I already have leads on information from inside the palace that we can use against the king. It's only a matter of time. We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions. We won't succeed alone. For the next stage of their scheme, the grandees must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 8. Great. Excellent. It's gonna take Royal Gamble. Bankruptcy looms. Oh no. Great news! The new foals have come in and our horse breeding program has proven successful. They're stronger than ever. Of course, they'll take a few years to reach maturity, but my fellow barons are very optimistic. A new generation of mighty war horses await. And what about the rest of us? Giving the barons a monopoly on war horses is irresponsible, I say. You can't trust them. To be fair, if the other regions want war horses, they can breed them themselves. It's quite funny. Go for it. Get voting. Got 10 seconds left. Looks like everyone wants to fuck over the barons. Jeez-o. Voting is closed. But they're our horses. We need them to protect the kingdom's borders from Ashmead. Shut up and cough up, you. The council has spoken. War horses for everyone. The barons give up a small portion of their new stock, but it doesn't come without a cost. The barons call it a theft and an overreach of the council. Interesting. We'll go for the royal wedding. Your wedding to Ulrika is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend for a week and a day. The capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Ulrika at your side. I like that we're both got swords. We're like, yeah, we are not touching this. I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast a dance. Your new wife Ulrika dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. Champion. We've got the same hairstyle too. By the time you find yourself alone with Ulrika, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I am so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Servants, bring us wine! Haha, that's the spirit. What do you like to do in your spare time? Shall we go to bed together? No time like the present, eh? She swigs back the last dregs of her wine and leads you to bed. Hell yeah. It's like, we will make that air tonight. The treasury's almost empty. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you've been spending a little too freely. I gave Toasted Stars money. You could get a bank loan or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of the predecessors' tombs who were buried with piles of gold. Here's the thing. I don't really want to lower my stability, though, is the only thing. No. People want me to lose my tombs. I could mint tons of money, eh? Nothing's ever gone wrong there. Fuck, this is tough. Right, okay, I think it's between... Kenwet, fuck it. Let's crack open some tombs. Who gives a fuck? They're dead. Right. Defiance is now cordial. I mean, apparently all of you are upset because I went and plundered the tombs, but hey. Just remember, I saved the kingdom from bankruptcy because I plundered the tombs. Okay, we will end that Sizione. An old debt. Toasted Stars. Oh no. How do you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton, Kiara? Ooft. Shut your daft mouth and give me what I'm owed, you honourless dog. Damn. The kids are fighting. Calm down, both of you. This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay them a huge quantity of gold just because their great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Highness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honour dictates that Grandi Karaji is liable for her ancestors' debt. By the 9th, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. Okay, let's see. What are we going for? I think this debt should be cancelled, personally. It's like... You can't really do that to folk. It doesn't really work. Like, you should, you know, you don't inherit the debts of your family. At least that's not how it's normally done. Cancel the debt is too old to matter. Wonderful. Glad that the council sees reason on this matter. A debt is a debt. Does nobody care about honour anymore? Well. Back from the hunt. Aye, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt, a trophy. She takes you by the hand and leads you into the great hall where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. She pulls the sheet free and falls to the floor. The taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Great. It's scaring off the servants. Get it out of here. No. I mean, we should put it on display, right? Or we sell it. Now, to be fair, selling off a spousal gift is maybe not the thing to do. Yeah, fuck it. We need the bear statue. Our authority is now credible. Industries collapse. The North has fucking no chance. Your Majesty, mass unemployment and unrest has arisen in the North. Businesses going bankrupt, mills shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable. Hey, Evelyn the Creature, thanks very much for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. Aye, my investments have all gone up in smoke. Ah, come on! Okami Dragon, it's the same for all the other chiefs. We must find a way to lift the North out of poverty. Well, we can't bail out anyone, that's for sure. Let's go with this. Right, B or C. I would think B might be the thing to do here. We've got a reasonable chance. Of course, if the North wants to increase its military, they could easily do that. But it look okay. Jeez, I'm so glad that none of you are running the country at the moment. Maybe that's the plan. Hey, Spike Garden, how you doing? Just a reminder, folks, if you want to join, it's !join, followed by your pronouns, and you'll join the game. You'll be auto-selected, and then you will you'll get to vote. So, okay, everyone's now a soldier. Great. That's never went wrong before. You begin the process of mass conscription, forcing the unemployed northern peasants to be productive by shoving longbows into their hands, telling them to practice hitting sacks of straw at 50 paces. The northern army swells in size up to 10. The economy's still in shambles and the chiefs grumble that their investments have been lost. Yeah, good. Back in the north, at Chief Random Cat Faunus' clan hall, a congregation of god speakers huddle around the tablets. Praise Morgana, the tablets are genuine. Then the gods are good and we are blessed, and Bjarn will be our king. Cheers circle the clan hall, a mug of ale is tipped over Bjarn's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading, we must ensure we keep the old ways of the north alive. Surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Bjarn. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less. Like, the chief's faith begins at, like, 0. I can't do anything with that. Okay, we're going to be doing another auction, folks. So, you know the rules. !fund, followed by X or Y. So, X is the letter, and Y is the amount of money. All of you should have the standout thing, the overlay, so you'll be able to check how much money you've got. But we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, you can't let B win. Get F funded to counter B. Get that to fuck. C for the farming on the chiefs, that's good. If people wanted to... I don't think the barons need faith. We've got 17 seconds. The chiefs look like they're going to get their farming back on track after the famine. Looks like the barons are going to be increasing their faith. Just remember, folks, you can vote for other people's buildings. It's not just in your own slots. So the library was funded and the cathedral was funded. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, about my heir? Hell yeah. Oh, thanks for the follow, Cecile. How you doing? Your marriage to Ulrika has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. Is that because we're basically identical? It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Thank you, Queen Mother. I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty. But I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty's assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of many cousins. My wife and I will have a child who will also look identical to all of us. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off. A month off. A month off to just shag. You offered me a loan when I had nothing left. Thanks to you, I'm back on my feet. This is for you. Hell fucking yeah. Thank you, Toasted Stars. We're back in business. We got the money. Thank you, Toasted Stars. Glad I was able to help out. 31 days just raw dogging. It's always like... Whenever people announce, yeah, we're trying for a baby, it's like, you are raw dogging like fuck right now. You've just told everyone at the dinner table, including your granny. Your Majesty, the march has been struck with plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague. It better be ABBA. What kind of dance? All kinds. The most popular is one where you shake your arms back and forth across your body. The youth call it the thread. Although I have no idea what this means. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. Oh no. I mean, I would quarantine the affected villages. Like, because we're not going to forbid dancing. Come on. We're better than that. We wouldn't forbid dancing. I believe in a world where everyone should get to dance however they like. That was me dancing, by the way, for those of you who are... Voting tied at 9. And I'm going to choose quarantining the affected villages. Though the move seems drastic to some, it's the only way to make sure this plague does not become a serious problem. The barons agreed to enforce your quarantine. Only time will... When you say that you like the shirt, is it my shirt or you like the shirt in the game? I believe we are... We're there. Deep in the south, a grandee paces back and forth along the balcony of their hillside villa. I'm told that progress is slow. There's Valhallen, who's kitted out. We've got Rainfall. How could he be so fun? Oh, right, so the little creature on my shirt, I'll show you. It's an octopus who's making sushi. So it's got a sushi knife and it's got a wee headband on it. That's a little creature. Oh, it's tax time, baby! Who wants taxed? Right, okay. Grandee's doing a fraud. Yeah, sorry, Grandees, you're getting taxed a fair bit, actually. And everyone else will just get a common tax, which isn't much. It's not much. Yeah. Gone fucking riot. Had enough. Famous cuisine. Grandee Toasted Stars comes to you bearing a covered tray. She uncovers it with a flourish. A chef discovered an ancient recipe for cheese in the library and has started selling it at the entrance. Everyone loves this stuff. Your Holiness, would you care to try some? Fuck yeah, cheese is good. The cheese is pungent, crumbly, and so strong that it makes your eyes water. She watches you expectantly. Delicious! I'm just coughing back. Just copious amounts of cheese. Trays of cheese are carted out and served to the assembled nobles. Many are enthusiastic. Chief Barbarian for life shakes his head in disgust. Dreadful. How can you bring this to us? It tastes like ancient mortar. How dare you? You insult the pride of your greatness. Please have this dreadful stuff taken away at once. Oh, for fuck. Do we need a council vote on this? Do we? Jesus. What? Come on. Cheese is a safe investment. Let's hire the original chef to work in the palace. That way, like, all the defiance is low, like, nobody gets upset, and then we spend a bit of money. I mean, I think it's fair. Means that we're not upsetting anyone. We're doing good. Oh, Rory gone! Rory gone! I can't believe you've said that. That's just incredible. You're among friends here. The brilliant thing about this, right, is that yes, I had to spend 500, but I used my royal gamble law, so my treasury got increased, and then it decreased, and I gained 100 gold from that, while lowering defiance. That's not bad. Hey, Mothman, welcome to the stream. You throw banquet after banquet, and nobles hurry to attend. You serve cheese at breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, supper, and even the occasional midnight snack. The farts in the palace are going to be fucking lethal, man. The Southern Library becomes a culinary landmark with chefs and critics making pilgrimages to visit. Your wife isn't impressed about eating cheese morning and night, but never mind that. More. Give me 1 wee second, folks. I need to let a cat out my room. You coming, my boy? Well, oh, hello. Come on. I'm going to quickly show you off on camera. Haha, pay your rent. There you go. Look at this boy. You've paid the cat tax. Okay, you're now free. Sorry, that was a flying visit from Phelan. Phelan, the absolute unit. He's a big fluffy himbo ginger. A plague of rat. What is it with plagues in this run? There's so many plagues. The fields and barns of the south are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Fucking hell. Send them a shipment of cats. Right? All the poo in the water. This is when someone redeems a hydrate, and I'm like... Right, send them the cats. Cats. Thanks, Brody. Higher adventure. I don't think I need to send Geralt of Rivia in to clear out the rats. I feel like that's maybe a step too far. Witcher, we need you. It's like, oh, what's happening? Has a banshee been terrorizing the village? No, we've just got a fuckload of rats that we need dealt with. Hooray! Grandee Combolurker bows to you deeply. I can't thank you enough for this shipment of cats. You send a caravan of cats. Wait to hear what happens. Soon, the rats are gone. Most households in the south have a very satisfied cat guarding their food. You hope kittens don't become a problem. That would be fucking funny. Just like an army of kittens. A capital proposition. The gods are good. Our soldiers are renowned throughout the kingdom and beyond. We've awarded so many medals they can serve as full plate mail in a pinch, Your Highness. Why don't I transfer some of our best troops to help police the capital? They'd improve security and show the Northern Army for what it is, the pride of the kingdom. You want to station soldiers in the capital? Jess. Your Holiness, think of the threat to your security. Let us make use of them instead. What? Go. A catavan. That would be pretty funny, Judica. You're spot on. Geralt of Rivia battling away. Or like, even better, like a D&D party. Just a D&D party of the dumbest fucks, like, in the kingdom. All, like, aggressively attacking the, like, the fields. That would be good laughs, all round. Leave the troops in the north with the blood. Oh, I'm surprised that you didn't want to bankrupt me more. Fair enough. The chiefs see the king's response as an insult to their military. Oh dear. Alright, I think we're on to the next Sizione. Somewhere in the march, Baron Dynalil sits at a banquet gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. They and their fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The kingdom is at peace and everyone's looking for a new scandal to focus on. Not exactly the right climate to abduct a king. I could go punch the Archbishop if you think that would cause enough of a distraction. Wait a minute, we've heard that before. While it would be amusing, I doubt it'd be enough. We need total chaos across the whole kingdom. I could punch him really hard. The Baron's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. I'm not going to change anything. Warrior of Light, the Dragonborn, the Arisen, and Geralt of Rivia all swinging at rats for a few weeks. Yeah. The Archbishop's request. Oh dear. I wish to speak to you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. I'll have to bring it to the council. Of course, your majesty. Let's go. The North's not going to want any missionaries, but the barons and the grandees probably want missionaries sent to the North. Would be my thing, because they want to increase the faith. They want to get everyone all faithful and shit. But it looks like denying the Archbishop's going to be what we do. Hey, no religion in the north. Please, we don't need more sectarianism in the north. We don't want that. Stability is now united. I'm glad that the council respects our sovereignty enough to leave us to our own business. God bless you. Cool. A city in flames. What the fuck is going on? What caused this fire? Some soldiers stationed in the city got drunk and were fooling around. They tied a burning stick to a cow's tail as a prank. The beast went mad and ran through the city, setting 100 fires. Poor cow. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we can rebuild. What? What? Fuck off. Like, Okay, let's go. Jesus. It's so fucking rude. I can't believe that no one's getting fined here. When I say fined, I mean like fined with an E. Make the soldiers pay for it. It's like if they literally brought down everything. The offending soldiers are arrested and beheaded amid the ashes of Rothausen. Townsfolk celebrate that justice has been done, however dozens of the march's soldiers desert over the next few weeks. Cow-bothering arsonists were popular among the troops and their punishment has caused ripples of discontent. Meanwhile, the barons who bear the cost of rebuilding grumble that money would have been more appreciated than my ham-fisted attempt at justice. Gadzooks, what's the point of having a king in the first place? I don't know, maybe don't fucking discipline your soldiers so they don't abuse an animal and set fire to your town? Your Majesty, will you tell these superstitious barons to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the wood for our craftspeople. Told you 1,000 times, Chief, that forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging in there. But you sold us a logging contract and said contract has no exclusions for haunting. Your Highness, the barons can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. Maybe C? I'd say, I mean, like, turn it into a hunting reserve would maybe protect it a little bit. If it truly is haunted. Just imagine someone comes back from a hunting trip and it's like, they're just silent. They just pick up their, like, more bows, more arrows. It's like, forest haunted. Forest haunted. They go back in. 13 nobles have voted for turning the forest into a hunting reserve. We need lumber, you fools! The King Eye Friendship Reserve doesn't really get off the ground as the barons avoid it out of fear and habit. Still, at least it keeps the chiefs from hacking it down. We've made it more haunted, yeah. Deep in the south, in the back garden of a sun-bleached villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure raising their arms in a toast. Here's to the future of Queen Zacintha and the golden age on the horizon. May the ninth god strike down the false king for his wickedness. Thanks, Valhallan Melta. Jesus. Soon the Inquisition will be complete and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. What should be done with the king? Rainfall, beckoning the fucking question. Burn him at the stake or show mercy in exchange for abdication. Oh, well, great. I wonder what's going to be the end of me in this. So this is just for the grandees to vote. So the grandees list are Jess Cargo, Kiara, Obsession, Toasted Stars, Fu Fin, Combo, Lurker, Valhallan, Motorbicle, Brody Bagels, Smokey the Bear, and Rainfall, who apparently want to burn me at the fucking stake. Thanks. Thanks, guys. A glorious way to usher in the new queen. The ninth god will surely be pleased. First, the current king's grip to the kingdom must be an all-time low. We wouldn't want to face any backlash. Hey, thank you very much, Anonymous, for the sub. I didn't see the sub come through, but I very much appreciate it. It hasn't even appeared on my activity feed yet, which is strange. But I just saw a purple banner. Oh, I've got an heir. Should I die? I ask that my crown be passed to my child. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Why, thank you, Smokey the Bear. My child will be known as I the Second. Praise be, Your Majesty. I'm sure little I the Second will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master. Pagan prophecies! Hooray! The Northern Chief God Speakers have uncovered an ancient... The Northern Chief's God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. Let me guess, you think it's all fake? Of course it's fake! Nothing those pagan gods have ever said or done is real. This is but one of those countless myths used to justify the behaviour of immature heathens. What she means to say is the chiefs plan to use the prophecy to justify unseating you. True or not, many northerners believe it. So what does it say? Prophecy tells of an authoritarian king who's overthrown by a northern warrior, the saviour of the pagans, known by names such as the Thronebreaker, the Sword of Valtor, or the Lord Render. That's you, by the way, the authoritarian king, not the Lord Render. The prophecy calls for the collapse and death of all false gods, including the ninth, whom Nelquist will lead into a bubbling cauldron disguised as a magical pond. So what do I need to do? We must strengthen the church in the north. Besides falsifying the prophecy, might even save a few misguided northerners. The pagans still blindly worship their old gods. However, if we don't act soon, the kingdom will be lost. Hey, Forest Divinity 1, thanks very much for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, vote. So obviously all of the chiefs will want C. Everyone else should want B, but apparently people aren't. I'm guessing you've all teamed up now. You've all teamed up now and you don't give a fuck. You would rather see me die. So, I expect, yeah. Cool. Either the council does not take the threat seriously or have their own agendas, they refuse to help you. Yep, that sounds about right. A taxing issue. Oh, I wonder. Your Majesty help us. Chief Catboy Pentheus of the North is bleeding us dry. What is he doing? Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty, Chief Catboy Pentheus has been taxing his peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Majesty. I've barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. What about this poor peasant's cows? A pox on the stupid cows. Let's see what the council thinks of this. Oh, I was gonna be nice there, but you've now been cheeky. Oof. Fucking get A on the go. Oh, Forest Divinity, thanks very much for the sub. Get A. Fucking A. A. We're chucking Catboy in prison. I mean, maybe we should also do C, but fuck it, you know? Voting has closed. Gods be good, not the dungeon. Why would you take the side of those some poxy villagers? Well, you belong in jail. Chief Catboy Pentheus has been imprisoned, but you've now joined the council. Oh, man. Time to end the Season. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in a smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Beyond, the chief's claimant sits atop a throne of bones, surrounded by god speakers chanting in a foreign tongue. And thus, with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you the king in the north, the Lord Render, soon to be king of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Render, chosen of Valtor, glory to Morgana and the north. The assembled chiefs roar in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against each other in celebration. Now we must bring down the false king in the south and fulfill the prophecy. The only question is how? Lure the king to the north and sacrifice him in a pagan ritual. Sacrifice thousands of goats to the old god and call upon them to intervene. Damn. That's, yeah, so it's just the chiefs that are voting, so the chiefs are here. We've got Barbarian for Life, who's got really cool tattoos. Tukas, Waffle Fraud, Snipe Martin, Okami, who's got a cool wolf's head, Cerebulon, the Leviathan Execute, Random Cat Forest, Ari Wizard, and Catboy Pentheus II. Voting is now closed. They've decided to lure me to the north and sacrifice me. Thanks, guys. So it's destined, so it'll be spread the word to all Morgana's children. The Thronebreaker has risen and the false king will fall. But first we drink! In honour of the gods. Waffle Fraud getting right in there. I think, so they kind of become they become part of just the council. So they can still vote. For the final stage of the scheme, the chiefs must lower their defiance to 3 or less. Fair. And we've got an auction. We all know how to do these things, so let's go. The grandees are going to be going for their faith. Guys, I think you want to fund B. It looks like you're really, really focused on just funding B and nothing else. No other buildings are being built in the kingdom. We are just building a prison. That's it. Everyone is... Everyone is dumping their entire life savings into building this prison. That's fucking funny. Good God. He's too stable! Quick! That's fucking good. Well done, you've managed to... You've managed to... remove my stability. Let's see what my ambition brings. At the start of your reign, you said you want to be a peacekeeper. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom is peaceful, and you're renowned for your mercy and wisdom. Well done, your majesty. To shut down your nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow. Let's go for... beloved by the common folk. Need some actual achievements. Okay. Eaten by a tree. Oh, for fuck's sake. Chief Snipe Martin has died! What? Oh, no! Snipe Martin, I'm sorry. You've joined the council, but holy shit. I warned you, didn't I? Judica. Those trees are clearly possessed by evil spirits of the primordial march. Yeah, looks like Baron Judica Forest was right. Your Majesty, please. We need to burn this stupid grove to the ground before more people go missing. You won't go anywhere near it if you know what's good for you. Okay. That's really fucking funny, though. That's funny. That's pretty funny that someone got hit by a tree. I'm sorry, Snipe Martin. You can still vote, but it's just imagine walking along in the forest and you just get hit by a tree. Guide. Alright, close the King's Eye reservation, friendship reservation for good. No! The North's defiance is now aggrieved. Sovereignty of the march is more important than avenging your foolish comrade, who, as a reminder, got killed by a tree. The chiefs continue to bicker and grumble. None dare go near the grove. Its creepy man-eating trees fall into legend once more. And we've got a quarantine fucking hell. You'll recall the quarantine you ordered to deal with the dancing plague. It's been many months since anyone entered or left the affected area. We think the plague may have run its course. If we hire an adventurer to check it's safe, that seems to be the way to go. It'll also lower my treasury a bit, but... there's no point in... harming... okay, harm trade if you want, that's fine. You do know that if you... if it is a split vote, then I get to decide, right? Okay, looks like we're continuing the quarantine indefinitely, which is a interesting move. Or not. Send Baron Spike Garden to check its... You'll be fine, Spike Garden, I'll be fine. Me, my liege, you can't be serious. Despite Spike Garden's protest, the king's word is final. He's sent into the quarantine zone. You hope to hear back from you? Oh no! Tax time! Right. I'm going to put the chiefs up. Sorry, chiefs. I'm gonna bribe the barons. And the grandees can get fucked. There we go. Ambition beloved. Your Majesty, the common folk are swayed as easily as a dandelion in a gale. Confident we can make them adore you. Can't we do things to actually help these people? The nobles would never accept it. You need to secure your hold on power, then you can pass whatever reforms you like. Get me my fancy... Ah, there's a fist one in the street. I know. Did you think becoming a beloved public figure was easy? You're hustled out onto the palace balcony, below which a sea of expectant and unwashed faces gaze up on you. As you stare out into view, the erupting cheers, hats are thrown into the air, someone faints with joy. Everywhere you've gone, you're met with the same reception. The public like you, they really like you. But you need to turn that into love. As you launch into your speech, the peasants hang on to your every word. The crowd grows and grows. When you wrap up, the peasants' cheering is so loud you're nearly knocked over. Oh, well done, Your Majesty. That went brilliantly. It did, Chancellor. You did. Now let's take the show on the road. Over the next few weeks, you travel all over the kingdom, delivering the same speech to packed venues. Everywhere you go, you're greeted by cheers and applause. Things are going wonderfully. The common folk of the north even want to throw you a surprise banquet to celebrate your achievements. Wait a second. How delightful. There is a sign that you're the true king of the people, Your Majesty. This has nothing to do with the nobles. It's all about the ordinary folk, the salt of the earth. So when is this banquet? You'll trust we'll hear from the north soon. After a few weeks, the Chancellor sidles into your office looking down and goes, farming challenge failed! Oh no. I had a letter from a mayor in the north. He's eager to get the banquet set up. He doesn't have the food with it. I'm afraid it's been delayed. We can't have the king of the kingdom attending a substandard banquet. Oh goodness me, no. Can't we pay for it? It's meant to be a surprise. We need to make sure there's enough food across the kingdom for your party. That's how we'll make the people really fall in love with you. Oh, fuck! Oh! I can't believe that! I've just been cocked out of victory! I can't... What the fuck? My liege, I have returned, and you look well. I am very well, my liege. I leave the quarantine zone in good health. Okay, that's good news. Fear they will never dance again. Aye, Your Highness. Humbly I ask the council to lift the quarantine so the march can return to normal. Salt the earth and burn the vineyards. Can't believe it. Well, get your votes in, folks. If none of you voted, it would probably be a draw that I would then vote on. Excellent. Voting has now closed. Lift the quarantine. Trade is now modest and defiance is aloof. A miraculous discovery. 9th above, Your Holiness, one of the peasants from my estate discovered something extraordinary. I was lost in the desert herding my sheep and I ran out of water. Then I swear I heard the voice of the 9th god in my ear. He said, drink and be sustained for you are faithful. Then an oasis bubbled up from the dry sand. This is amazing news! Even better, the water has healing properties. A single sip fixed my sprained ankle. Okay. We must allow the kingdom's faithful access to these sacred waters. For free, Your Majesty. Okay, let's go. Oh, fuck, there's a stability lowerer. Shite. Well, I know which one everyone's going to be fucking choosing. Look at that. 8 already. Fuck's sake. Hey, Cat8226, welcome. Interesting. Voting has closed. Stability has now serene. Stability is now peaceful. Oh, make up your mind. I'm fine. A fossil unearthed. Good news, Your Majesty. The new observatory has already made some exciting discoveries. We've even started work on a second equatorial room. Though there is a small problem. While digging more foundations, builders found bones in the rock from the size of things the beastie came from must be larger than the observatory itself. Okay, how exquisite. They lowered their voice. The builders are saying it might be, you know, a flying reptile. No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. Great. Let's excavate those bones. Because that's kind of cool, right? We're totally gonna, like, unearth an undead dragon, but, like, it's good vibes. Abandon the observatory? How? Oh, you... Why would you do that? That can't be what the majority are going for. Why would you not want to see the bones? It's gotta be B. It's gotta be B. Oh, come on, we're only 2 away from... Oh, come on. Don't desecrate... It's a dragon graveyard. It's cool. Ah. Can't believe this. Defiance is now cordial. Your faith is now fanatical, however. The the grandees are in a frenzy. Blood red comet was spotted in the night sky over the south, Your Holiness. The knaves are claiming it is a terrible omen. I mean, the good news is the faith's so fucking high that I can use this. There we go. Faith can't go any higher. And I got stability from it. Take that. Blood money. What are you talking about? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the north. Really? Because you're looking at me like you've swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood. An offer which I absolutely didn't accept. Sure thing, Cat 8. So, when you join, and let me just have a wee look. So if you use !join, you get sorted into one of the 3 noble lists. So I see that you're part of the chiefs. When there's a vote, you'll type !vote followed by a letter into chat, and you will vote on various things, decisions. And these things change the stats, so they'll increase or decrease trade, farming, military, faith, defiance, authority, and stability. So it sounds quite busy, but if you look at it from like a play-by-play thing, it's not so bad. But someone will help you out. I am confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I still haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Glad that's cleared up. Let's celebrate all this good news with some wine. Chief Harry Wizard looks unaccountably miserable during your drinking session. What's their problem anyway? Come harvest time, Chief Harry Wizard's farms yield a lot more grain than they used to, and the peasants are happier. In fact, everything's going great. There are some complaints about priests going missing, of course, and the churches keep burning down, but you can't have everything. Time to end the season. So, yep, you've got your work cut out for you. Lower the kingdom stability to 4 or less, lower it to 5 or less, lower your own divines to 3 or less. I'm going for it. Await my invitation. After a few weeks, Chancellor sidles into your office looking very pleased with themselves. Your Majesty, townsfolk of the north are ready for you to visit. What do the chiefs think of this? They only just found out about it. What are they going to do? Disinvite the king? You make your preparations to leave. Although it's meant to be a surprise, you may as well bring some essential luxuries. Your wife Ulrika steps up into the carriage and settles beside you, giving you a kiss on the cheek. Huzzah! I can always do with a party, even it's all the way in the north. This is very nice, don't you think? Very nice indeed. I'm so glad you agree, Your Majesty. Little Eye II makes the Chancellor play increasingly undignified make-believe games on the journey. You finally arrive in the northern capital. Everywhere the people line the streets and hang out of the windows, cheering your procession. Chief Barbarian for life stalks up to you and bows. His smile is very rigid. Hello, Your Greatness, how good to see you. Surprise. Oh, for me? For me? The northern common folk have decided they support the crown so much they put on a party in your honour. Goodness, I am overcome. Ah, that's quite understandable. It's a surprise for all of us. Voice of praise follow you as you travel to the banquet hall. Townsfolk throw flower petals in your path. Chief Barbarian for life's face is like thunder. When you enter the banquet hall, the national anthem strikes up and even more cheering rises. The hall is filled with northern townsfolk, but there are also common folk from across the kingdom. Marcher vassals raise their tankards to you, cheering wildly. The Chancellor looks stunned. I had no idea everyone had gotten together for this. Let's party! The people roar in approval. You spend a week in the north, feasting and drinking and breaking bread with the commoners. But you can't be on holiday forever. Eventually you return to the capital where the council is in session. The nobles are arguing again. By the 9th, we must have coin from the treasury. I found an ancient law stating that the march is entitled to funds for marcher sporting activities. No, we need gold for our businesses. The peasants aren't working hard enough and we're losing momentum. You think back to the gathered peasants, tradespeople and merchants all cheering for you. So many of them cheering for you. Time for a change. I'm bringing the peasants into the council. What? Bringing peasants into the council? You lock eyes with him and you can tell he's thinking back to the banquet in his town. Ah, Your Highness, of course. Even over a single day, it becomes clear that the nobles are wrung and scared. You have so much support from the ordinary people across the kingdom that the nobles have realised just how outnumbered they really are. Merchants and peasants rub shoulders with aristocrats in council sessions, bringing fresh perspective and the concerns of ordinary people to the throne for the first time. The kingdom grows truly harmonious. Even your crown feels lighter on your head. Stability couldn't be higher. The trade in the north has gone up. The trade in the march is up. And trade is now a monopoly in the south. Treasury is increased. Your reign stretches out in front of you, full of hope and ready for a bright future. All that remained of the Baron's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumour. The chiefs decided that the time must not have been ripe. The prophecy was quietly forgotten by all except the God-speakers, who waited for the right omens to arise again. The grandees continued to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Eventually, everyone gradually learned to ignore them. It's nice to be loved, especially when you're loved by an entire kingdom. King Ai rode a surge of public adoration for another 15 years of carousing, feasting and popular reform, which were promptly undone after his passing. But the peasants thought it was nice while he lasted. Hey! Not a bad attempt, guys. Can we have a rematch? We will have to have a rematch another day, okay? Just because these are like 2-hour sessions. But we'll do a rematch, okay? I get to be smug now. I managed sweet victory. Everyone loves this bit of the stream when I get to be very, very smug. Look, it's just run a politics blog for a really long time. So it's good to have that knowledge going into it. Nah, I'm just joking. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for that. That was... I always have fun playing this game. It's so... there's so many bits to it. Whenever we change who the regions are, there's always different stuff. And it's always a good laugh. So I really do appreciate you hanging out. This was a spur-of-the-moment stream as well. This wasn't on the schedule. But I would like to say a massive thank you. Because it's great that we were able to get so many people involved for a bit of fun on Friday. I will be back on Sunday with a episode of the iSphere. Me and Joy are going to be continuing Raft, I think. So we'll be pushing on with that. But thank you very much for this evening, folks. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Do consider giving me a follow. I'll also drop a couple of links. You're more than welcome to join the Discord if it will post. There we go. Nordicinos, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. So yeah, thanks very much, folks. Join the Discord. It's a great community. We've got over 500 people in there, but they talk about lots of different things. You can also support me on Ko-Fi. That really does mean a lot for me. It basically allows me to keep the lights on, keep fed, and pay a couple of electricity bills. So I very much appreciate that. But yeah, see you Sunday, folks. Have a good weekend. Catch you in a bit. Goodbye.